So the modern facelift, deep plane facelift, you like to do. Could you give us a little education on the different types of facelifts out there and why you like this deep plane facelift so much?
Well, basically, there are a lot of facelifts. One is a mini facelift that just picks up a little here and under here, and people don't look much different.
You mean just the neck and jowls?
Just the neck and jowls. And also, just suturing things up really doesn't make things last for a varying period of time. And some people are okay with that. Our philosophy is do a natural type of procedure that makes people look better, maybe 10 or 15 years younger, without anybody noticing, a very natural appearance. So what we want to do is clean up the jowls, the neck, lift the cheek, and look at the individual as a whole and really make them look natural and younger. This is something that really requires a deep plane type of facelift, which we've been doing for years, almost 30 years.
You said that only about 5%, when people go in for a facelift, only about 5% of plastic surgeons, cosmetic surgeons, facial plastic surgeons are doing this deep plane facelift. Is that close to accurate?
Yeah, that was the last survey done, is that only 5% of surgeons do that type of facelift. And it requires a lot of special skill, but also intense narrowing of your field down to not doing breasts or body work or something like that. And doing this on a regular basis all of the time.
Because all you do is faces. Is that right?
All I do is faces. Yeah, we've narrowed things down to that. And we like to concentrate our field on it to really get rid of that sad, mad, tired look that people get as they get older. You can do so much filler, you can do so much Botox, but at some point you really have to restructure that. And we also want it to last for a long period of time. So a deep plane facelift is the way to get a natural, long-lasting facelift. We do a little more, we lift the cheek as well, and that used to require a recovery time, but today with modern technology, tranexamic acid and other things, we can get you out in a very short period of time without the bruising and swelling that you used to have.
That you used to have.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong here. I've done a little bit of research. You've helped me understand this. But since about 95% of facelifts, and please correct me if I'm wrong, are kind of skin pulls. They're pulling. The vector or the direction of pull seems to be back. And they're doing mostly skin, maybe some of the, I don't know if you could call it a fat pad underneath or repositioning that. But with a deep plane, you're going to the muscles underneath, this fatty area, plus the skin, and you're repositioning it up, like vertically. And it's a deep plane because you're going deeper into the face to reposition tissues. Is that somewhat true?
Yeah, what we want to do is emphasize the fact that a lot of structures have fallen. They're held up by ligaments. Ligaments to the cheek, ligaments around the jowl, ligaments in the neck. So what we want to do is lift those structures and put them back and let the skin follow. So what we're doing, if you lift the skin and then the muscle underneath, you can get a line that shows where those two, whereas the muscle lift shows through the skin. What we want to do is lift it all up so you don't get that face lifted look.
Okay.
And have it look very natural. That's called a deep plane lift and a mid-face lift or cheek lift.
Now, I'm not trying to side with you too much, but I would consider myself, after 24 and a half years with the Wellness Hour, and I've interviewed lots of very famous plastic surgeons, you are well known. In fact, a very well-known plastic surgeon went to go see you for his facelift, who I've had on the show before. My sister, 66 years old, said, who's the best guy in San Diego for facelifts? And I think I told you this. I said, well, I can tell you who the best facelift guy in the world is, in my opinion. That means if I'm going to get a facelift, I'm going to Dr. Greg Keller. Is that what you're trying to achieve, where they just look rested, relaxed? Because she doesn't look done at all. And by the way, she's dating now.
Oh my gosh,
in fact,
really?
she just told me a couple of days ago, she's now 67, or just turned 67, and she loves it. She says she can't date people her age.
Well, I hear that a lot, and really, really people look younger, they feel better, and they're more active. They get out a little bit more, and that's a hormonal thing, actually, because a woman appreciating beauty, looking at herself and feeling good, actually secretes oxytocin. And oxytocin gives them self-confidence and everything else. Guys do it for a different reason. Basically, they want to look good, look vital, look like they're still with it, and so forth.